Y'all, I know I haven't been talking much about us being the Israelites, and really I have been reading some. I haven't been in my book as much as I have wanted to, just because of the transition that's been happening in my life. Y'all know I was living in the shelter, and I have been moving and everything. God is in restoration season for me. So now that I'm, getting settled in my new place or whatever, I'm getting back into my book, into what I'm supposed to be doing. One of my purposes here, well, one of my missions within my purpose is to inform us as the Black community who we are. I've done videos months back, as I started getting into the Bible. And I started reading, and I'm like, hold up, this is us. Like, we are these people in the book. We are the people of the book. And lately I just been observing how people would like, why is everybody all of a sudden getting closer to God? Like in the Black community, everybody's wanting to know, why everybody all of a sudden getting closer to God? Because we are God's chosen people. He's calling us back home to Him before this second coming, before this apocalypse come. So I just wanted to just talk briefly about it or whatever, because we are the chosen people. And if God is calling you, whatever He's telling you to do in this season, it's important that you do it. It's important that you try to seek Him more. If you need guidance on that, I'm working on something so that I can help people get closer to God, because He's doing this, and not everybody is going to fully surrender to Him in due time. But hey, boo, let me take this notification thing off. Hey, I hope all is well. Um, but yeah, a lot of people, are trying to get closer to God, and He's doing something. Like, I was on a live earlier today, and to see what He's doing for so many of us, it's so amazing. And it just goes to show that God never left nor forsake us. Like, He's been with us the whole time. But a lot of this, He knew what was going to happen to the Black community once He freed us from slavery. He freed us from slavery. He freed us from slavery. This is biblical. I talked about it in one. I'm gonna make a playlist that that's strictly for this whole Israelite thing, us, the fact that we are the descendants of Jacob. And it's from beginning of time. This is the Book of Mormon. So I'm in this, and then I've been reading Jubilee. And from the beginning of time, from the very beginning, God already knew what we were going to do as His chosen people. We are the chosen race. He chose us. Um, Let me go to this little scripture to talk about us being the chosen race. Hold up, she got all her stuff up here. I had this Marsha and Bear stuff up here for my daughter. Let me pull up this, but it was something I had just hold on. It's just so crazy how everything is happening right now. God is really preparing us for what's about to happen. That's why He's trying to get us back on track. He's trying to get us back home, because He wants to save His people. Like, we are His people. He wants us to be saved when this big bang that I've been talking about comes to America, the new Babylon, the modern day Babylon. In this book, because Nephi, if y'all know this book, the Book of Mormon, this talks about how we were scattered into the different countries, how they've taken us as the Israelites, as the Black folks, and scattered us amongst the nations. This is why we are all over. We're all over. You got some of us in the Caribbean, and you got some of us North America, some of us, we've been scattered all over. Everything that it talks about in this Bible, like, and to see the other day, I don't know if y'all know Ari, the influencer, but she had posted something about is who even wrote the Bible, because people, I guess, was condemning gays or whatnot, and she was saying that who said that being gay was a sin, who wrote the Bible anyway. And it doesn't matter who wrote it. When you get close to God and you have that relationship with him and you start to read his word, it don't matter who wrote it. You're gonna see that this is law. This is really what it is. This is real. This is the real deal. You know his ways. When you get to know him, you know his ways. You ain't gotta read somebody's autobiography, their biography about them to know their ways when you know them. And I know I used to question if the Bible was real, but God led me to this book. And as I started to read Samuel, reading Judges, and then he's led me to order these books and stuff that's really putting stuff into perspective for me. As I started reading, I'm like, this is us. It talks about like we were cursed for not following his commandments, for not following his laws. We wonder why we have it the hardest in the Black community, why we at the bottom, why we're the most hated. That was one of my questions. I was like, why are we so hated? It's like, if we are so bottom of the barrel, we're so this, like everybody, every race hates us. Everybody hates us. It's like, if you're the most hated, you're hated for a reason. It's like, why are you hated? It's something special about you. We are the chosen race. This is biblical. God chose us. And this is the reason why many people are turning to God. And anybody who's trying to condemn you for getting closer to God in this season, it's just because they know, honestly, them demonic people, them spirits that's actually living within people, because it ain't the person. It's not the person, it's the spirit that they're allowing to dwell within them. They know what's up. And even if they don't know as much as they should know, their spirit is convicting them of something. They know. They know what we supposed to be doing, what we not supposed to be doing, but everybody just want to be comfortable just being in sin. Yes, we all sin, because y'all know I be cussing still. And God helping me with that, but it's baby steps. It's one day at a time. But God is preparing us because he wants to save us. We were his chosen people. He wants us to be on the good side of all of this. When this apocalypse happened, the fall of Babylon, the fall of America, where was I just at in here? See, I have so much reading to do, and I really didn't want to do this video because I really like to be in it. Like, I really like to come with all the facts and literally have the scripture for y'all to back up everything. But it's like, just the enemy know what he been trying to block me from all this, just having me distracted with all this other stuff that's been going on. And that's why now that I'm stable, I moved now, we got a place now. So now I can fully focus. And this is why he kept me homeless for so long. God was allowing it too for me to learn certain things, but the enemy knew that once I got stable, I was going to be in my books, and I've been reading heavy. We've been moved in for a week now, and I've been in my books heavy, and this is what he doesn't want. He doesn't want it because he don't want the truth to be exposed about who we are. The government, they don't want us to know who we really are, because when we find out who we really are and we really embrace our power, Black people, we don't know our power. It's like we know we powerful, we know we the blueprint, but we don't stand on it. It's like it's just so much that has been done to us that we don't feel like we're worthy. And we are. They've kicked us so far down. They just stripped us from our identity. We so lost. We don't know who we are. We trying to fit in with other nations, which God told us from the very beginning not to try to fit in with them nations. We trying to be like the Canaanites. We idolizing those other gods like them. Like, he told us, like in Deuteronomy, that's all he is talking about. That's all he is talking about. All he's talking about. It's just, and I got so much reading I need to do. But we have to get back obedient. We have to really seek God more, because what's coming to America, I've been telling y'all, this is not a lie. It's not a joke. What was I just reading in the Book of Mormon? Because this talks about, that's why I really got to read Nephi. If y'all haven't read Nephi, y'all need to read that. I'm going to be reading and coming to y'all with it as I get through it. Like I said, I'll read a little bit and then I get thrown off. I get distracted, but that's nothing but tricks of the enemy. He's tried so hard to keep me distracted, but I'm locked in now. I'm focused, and I'm really going to be coming to y'all with this stuff so we can know who he is. We have to wake up before it's too late, because he has something special for us and we don't even know it. God did not have it in his will for us to struggle like this. We are not supposed to be struggling like this, but he knew what we were going to do. He knew we was going to start to go worship other gods. He knew we were going to do. He knows us. Look at my journey just to see how he knows what we're going to do before we even do it. He knows us. We are his people. He know you. He know what you're going to do. He knows it. This is why sometimes he hold back on the blessings for us, because he like, once this child get this, he or she, they gonna start thinking they big and bad. They gonna be ready to start boasting, and they gonna be ready to do this, and they gonna start straying away from what I had them doing. He knows. This is why he be like, let me wait. I got more pruning to do for you. Like, but in Nephi chapter 23, oh, let me see what it says. You should say, yeah, so it says the destruction of Babylon is a type of the destruction at the second coming. It will be a day of wrath and vengeance. Babylon, the world, will fall forever. This is what's going to happen. This is what I've been talking about with this whole fall of America, what he's about to allow Russia to do to us. This is why he is calling so many of us. This is why he's... Please let that baby stay asleep. This is why he's calling so many of us. Why, like, to see the shift, to see so many people, now he's in us, the black folk, he's calling so many of us because he want us to get on our narrow path, because he has an inheritance for us. All this 40 acres and a mule crap, all of that, we supposed to have that. He wants us to give us our land of inheritance. I'm literally studying this thing so deep that I'm trying to figure out what the, like, I don't even want to like go too far in it, but when we look around, just me being in the areas, with them folk, and I'd be like, why do they get this stuff? Like, why do we have to struggle and they just have our stuff? They have our stuff. Long time ago. And them that videos I did, I'm gonna make a playlist just for this type of information, like just about telling us who we are, because my page got a bunch of different stuff, talking about spirituality, and then stuff that's strictly about who we are as God's people. And that's why I was trying to pull up the Bible verse I wanted to go to about us being the chosen race. Why do y'all think we so hated? Why do y'all think we so different? We're not supposed to be like those other nationalities or whatever. Everybody wants to fit in with those people. Everybody act like the white person is the blueprint for humanity. Everybody need to be trying to strive to be like the white folks. And they are just as lost too, honestly. I was walking around the lake today, and of course, I don't necessarily be ear hustling. But they was talking, and I'm walking past them, and I hear they be having the same issues going on, but people put them on this pedestal. People put these white folks on this pedestal like they so better than everybody else. They just as screwed up. A lot of them don't even know who they are, so there's no reason we should keep trying to follow behind them. We think that everything that they do is just law, and we're supposed to just get on board with what they doing. We're not them. God told us that. Do not follow behind those other nations. He set us apart for a reason. We are the race that's set apart for a reason. We really are the blueprint. Let's look at how many of them, they want to be like us. They want to have the strength that we had. Look at how they did. As I just read this, and when I was reading Judges, I'm like, even Samson, look at the strength he had. They was envious of his strength. They used that dang on Canaanite girl to finesse him. And he still, to cut his hair off, his strength, really it was the Holy Spirit that was within him. He thought it was his hair. Really, he got his strength from God. And he didn't understand. She wanted to know where he got his strength from. And I'd be like, because I got that 4C kinky hair and all that. So I'd be like, why are we the only ones? Why are we the only people that have this kinky hair like this? It's something special about our hair. Back during them slavery times, they used to hide rice in their hair and all type of stuff. Our hair has that power to do that stuff that other people's hair can't do. We be hating our hair. They done made us hate so much about ourselves. It really is so deep, and I'm just learning more and more about it. But as I start to read this stuff, I'm like, they've been envious of us from day one because they know. They've been trying to strip us from day one because they know we're naturally resilient because God has poured his spirit onto us. We are his people. He chose us. Yes. So it's a couple verses that, and that's what God is mad at us for. That's why he has cursed us and allowed us to go through so many stuff because we have turned away from him and went to worship other gods. We went away from keeping his commandments. We messed up. But he knew he was going to mess up. And that's why I was saying, in the book of Jubilee, like Jubilee is Genesis with like more information. It talks completely the same stuff about Genesis, but in Genesis, like especially in my Bible, it just jumps and it make you be like, well, it just jumped to the next thing, and it's like, okay, well, where's the rest of the information about Adam and Eve, and where's the rest of the information? So these other books that was taken out of the Bible, all of these other books, they have the missing pieces. So from the beginning of time, as I was reading, even Noah, he said he knew that his sons, mind you, we all are Noah's descendants for real. They say Abraham, but Abraham come from Noah's bloodline. He comes from Noah's bloodline. He comes from Shem. Shem comes from, Abraham come from Shem's bloodline. Shem come from Noah. And Noah said, as I was just reading earlier in Jubilee, let me pull it up right quick. They knew we was going to stray away. They knew we was not going to follow the commands. They knew it. They knew it. God knew it. And this is why now he's giving us grace to even see my little cousin, his little ghetto self, like, to see him, like, God is calling a lot of us. My cousin is, he about that. And to see him even on his preacher stuff, and he got his friends, that's saying, oh, what's up with you? Like, you trying to be this preacher man and all of this stuff. But I told him, I said, don't let them get in your head. Like, don't try to let them trick you out your spot with God. God is about to do something great for you. Any of us, don't let these people who are lukewarm or unbelievers, don't let them trick you out your spot with God just because of your past. Because God already knows, and he's cleaning a lot of us up. He know our past. He know what we've been through. He's cleaning us up so that we can preach the gospel, so that we can come with the real, so that we can help lead other people closer to him. And for him, when I seen him the other day, he posted that, I was like, wow, God, you are really, he's doing a new thing. He's trying to call us back before he come and demolish this place. He's trying to get us right. He's calling a lot of us into repentance. He's trying to change a lot of our ways, and he's doing it. This ain't nothing but God to see so many people. Like the live, I was on India Live earlier, and the lady, a prophet, got on there, and she was just saying a lot of the same stuff I say. It confirmed to me like that I'm on the right track and that I do know what I be talking about. Even though I know what I be talking about, because God is the one leading me. Like, this ain't me. This ain't me. I ain't choose to do this. But God is calling us. He's leading us back to him because he want us to be saved. He want to give us what was due to us. He want us to get our stuff back. And to do that, he's not going to give it to us until we repent, until we change up our ways, until we begin to follow his commandments that he set for us. It says, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 7. I'm supposed to be going to Jubilee. Sorry, y'all, I got all these things up, but let me say what I was going to say about Jubilee first, because this is Noah talking. He said, for I see and behold that the demons have begun their seductions against you and against your children. And now I fear on your behalf that after my death, you will shed the blood of men on the earth, that you too will be destroyed from the face of the earth. So he already knew that we was going to go, like, because Noah fought. See the phone trying to die. Dang, do I have my charger down here? Look, something always want to get in the way, and I'm doing live. He already knew that we was going to go against everything that he taught, because it's our job as parents to teach our children the word, to pass it on. I got another video that I'm actually getting ready to post about how we pass on a lot of these generational curses. We pass this stuff on. A lot of things that we think is generational illnesses, that's, it runs in the family, or high blood pressure runs in the family, or these cancers run in the family. No, it's the bad habits that run in the family. It's the bad eating habits that runs in the family. If I'm raised up on ham hocks, now I feed my kids ham hocks, they feed their kids ham hocks, and the ham hocks is what's causing us this high blood pressure, all this salty food, all this stuff. We're passing this stuff on. So the same way we pass on the bad stuff, we need to be passing on the good stuff. We need to be passing on God's commandments, God's laws, what he ordained for us to do. We need to be passing on his ordinances. We need to be passing on that stuff. But he already knew that we was going to go astray. This is why a part of his covenant with Abraham was to let us go. That was that we were going to go into slavery. Like, to see that all of this stuff is biblical. And I'm like, well, God, in that video that I did, I forget what it was titled, but something about the Hebrews. Like I said, I'm gonna make a playlist, and I only got like 3 or 4 videos talking about this stuff. So I'm gonna do a playlist after I get off of here. But to see, and when I read that, I was like, well, why would you want us to be in slavery, God? Like, why would you want us? But he did it to teach us something. When we take these L's, it make us call on God. And this is why he constantly reminded us, as you read the commandments, and even throughout the Bible, he says, do not forget what I did for you back in Egypt. I saved you. I freed you from bondage. I freed you from slavery. And since us being free from slavery, we have went astray from him. It's like we forget what he did for us. He's the reason why we free. He brought so much wrath onto these people. He brought so much wrath onto these masters, because he did tell them to enslave us, but he did not tell them to go as hard with it as they did. They took us in bondage, and they got carried away with it. They were not supposed to treat us as bad as they did. That was not what God told them. He did tell them to enslave us. Because look at us. When we fall and hit rock bottom, that's when we want to call on God. When we in bondage, when we in slavery, when we in mental slavery, this is when we call on God. When we lose everything, when we go homeless, when we get sick on our deathbed, this is when a lot of us finally learn our lessons. So he do make us go into these tough situations so that we can come back to him. And that's what he's doing now. He's trying to get us back to him. It says, for you, this is Deuteronomy chapter 7, for you are a holy people to the Lord, your God. The Lord, your God, has chosen you to be a people for his own possession out of all the peoples on the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love on you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any of the other peoples. For you were the fewest of all the peoples. But because the Lord loved you and kept the oath which he swore to your forefathers. And he did. He swore. This is from Noah, from the beginning of time, even before Noah. Where's my little book on the fathers? Because when I tell y'all, from beginning of time, in the book of Enoch, from the beginning of time, since he first started all of this, since he created us, he been ordained it for us to be his people. He chose us. He swore to your forefathers, and he is not a man that he shall lie. He is a man that keep his promise. He said, it says, he swore to your forefathers, the Lord brought you out by a mighty hand and redeemed you from the house of slavery, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And even that, it gets so deep with this mess. He redeemed you from the house of slavery. Why does this thing keep doing this? Oh my gosh, why does it keep moving? And this is why he get on us. This is about these idols. This is why this whole... Look, as soon as I start talking about that now, it's fake connection issues. But to see people are waking up about her, waking up about a lot of these demonic deities that they be worshiping, proudly worshiping these folks. He said not to put no other gods before him. And I just see so many of us, we be literally idolizing all of these other people. We make them our God. And he said not to serve them, not to make them your God. This is 2 Samuel 7. It says, and what one nation on the earth is like, your people Israel, whom God went to redeem for himself as a people, and to make a name for himself, and do a great thing for you, and awesome things for your land, before your people whom you have redeemed for yourself from Egypt, from nations and their gods. For you have established for yourself your people, Israel, as your own people forever, and you, O Lord, have become their God. He established us forever, even with our iniquities. We're still his people. And it even talks about, I gotta find out, that's why I said I really wanna, I'm making like lesson plans for this stuff, because when I talk about it, I wanna really be able to like hurry up and go to the verses that like literally back it up. But he talked about in the end times how he was gonna call us back to him, how we were gonna come back to him, so he can give us our land of inheritance. We all supposed to, it's not in our will for us to be living in the trenches, for us to have to go through all the strife that we have to go through. Of course, we're going to be without suffering, because that's all a part of it. The suffering is what prunes us up to be who we need to be. It's what makes us better. It's what teaches us things. So of course we're gonna go through suffering, but there's no reason why we gotta live with rats and roaches and raccoons and trash and live like this. It's no reason that our people, we really have to live like that. It's no reason that we have to live like that. But it's because he has done this to humble us, to teach us, and because we started to worship other gods. So just like, God is our Father. He chose us to be his children, his favorite, his chosen. We are the chosen race. He chose us. Let me see if I can find that one about us being the chosen race. Let me see if it's up here. He chose us. And we be just sitting up there taking advantage of him, taking him for granted after all he's done for us. It's like, even for myself, I just be like, I don't want to become greedy. You know, it's like he'll do something for you. Then it's like, okay, I'm ready for the next thing. I'm ready for the next thing. It's like you can't get greedy. You have to be appreciative of what he do. And we have to keep our commands. We have to do what he's telling us to do. He done repeated this same stuff several times. I'm trying to find, it was the one that said he chosen your race of people. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on, y'all. Because I wanted to find that one. I had it all up here. Actually, I had it on my phone, but then I went live on the phone. See, why does it keep doing this? Every time I'm on something, let me get my mouse. It's this thing here. Ooh, look at this one. For Ezekiel 36, for I will take you from the nations, gather you from all the lands, and bring you into your own land. Then I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you will be clean. I will cleanse you from all your filthiness and from all your idols. Moreover, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you, and I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you will be careful to observe my ordinances. You will live in the land that I gave to your forefathers, so you will be my people, and I will be your God. What did I just say? He cleaning a lot of us up. This is why a lot of us is returning to him. This is all a part of his plan for us. But you have to be open and willing. And even if you're not willing, like a lot of people who keep saying, oh, they offended by your spiritual walk, they're offended by you getting closer to God, it's because it's going to take for something for them too. Eventually, they'll come around to it. They choosing to keep serving the enemy. But those who God know, and it's only 144,000 that he know has them pure hearts. He gave us these hearts. Those ones of us with these giving hearts, with these pure souls, with these good hearts. He know who it is. This is why he marked us. He knows. And those are the ones, and even those with those pure good hearts, he knows the wickedness that we've done, all the sins and stuff that we constantly, the fornication and all of that stuff that we was willingly participating in, some of us knowing better and some of us not knowing better and still indulging in it. He know, but he knew what it's going to take for him to clean us up. Sometimes he got to kick you all the way down. He got to do that. He got to give you that tough love just to get you where he needs you to be. Just to get you where he needed to be. I mean, I'm just living proof. He had to strip me from everything, make me lose everything, just to find my purpose, just to get cleaned up, for him to clean me up. He had to make you hit rock bottom just to clean you up. But so many of these verses, it's just crazy. One thing about it, God's word is bond. And just reading some of these, because I haven't even gotten to all of these chapters in the Bible yet. Like, I haven't read all of Ezekiel. Now, he have led me to chapter 3 in Ezekiel, but I haven't read all of these, but just to see. If you Google God, Bible verses about God's chosen people, you're going to see. That's what I'm looking at right now. What is that noise? Hold up now. You going to see. But it was one specific one that had specifically said about your race. Because that's why we the most hated. They know, but we don't know. We don't know. That's why everybody treat us like that, because they know we ignorant. And the one thing, the answers is in a book. And what do they always say about the black people? You put it in a book, they'll never know. We've been having this book. Where the book at? We've been having this book for how long? We've been having this book, going to church every Sunday, and still, that's why they look at us like we foolish. Like, y'all got the book. Y'all open the book, y'all go to church with the book, and y'all still don't even know that y'all the chosen people. But they know. They know, and we don't even know. This is why God got me here and a few others. My boy Dwayne, he know what's up. He know what's up. And that's why I hope if you watching this, Dwayne, keep on preaching your stuff, because you be on it, my brother. You know, God wants you. If you watching this, God wants you to really start making your videos, because you know. We need to have a Bible study. We need to be doing this and coming to preach this thing, because God wants to awaken the people to who we are. God wants us to know who we truly are. We are the chosen race. We were chosen. We have an inheritance that's owed to us, that he wants to bless us with, but he needs us to return to him. He needs us to return to him. He wants to do great things for us. He wants to bless you, but he just wants you to follow his law. All of these, that's what I'm saying. One thing about God, he's repetitive. He repeats the same thing throughout the Bible, even through these missing books. That's how I know these books, Jubilees and all this, goes with the Bible. They took a lot of this stuff out the Bible because this go into detail. Stuff that Genesis is leaving out, stuff that this stuff is leaving out, it's in these books. So it takes for us to put all of this stuff together to get the real details, the real tea. But I done chatted enough. I'm gonna start making my videos on this again, y'all. Because this is what I really, really do care about, delivering these messages. I really do. So I really gotta finish reading, because it's a lot. I'm still trying to find that one. Okay, I'm about to so I'm gonna do some reading. So I'm gonna just leave this here. But God is calling us back to him. And if he's calling you, answer the call, baby. Don't let your family and friends deter you from this good walk. Don't let them do it. Don't let them say, oh, you changing. Oh, you a preacher now. That's what the dude told my cousin, I guess. Oh, you want your preacher stuff? Yeah, because his job is to teach you guys. If God did it for him, he can do it for you. If God did it for me, he can do it for you. Y'all seen the journey. Y'all seen from the very beginning to the very end of my journey. Well, it ain't the end, because I'm still in the middle of this thing. It ain't the end. It ain't never gonna be the end until I check out of here. But I mean, if he did it for me, he can do it for you. If he did it if he's doing it for my little cousin, he can do it for you. He can use anybody. He wanna use them folks from the trenches. He wanna use the hood dudes. He wanna use the hood girls. He wanna use you. He wanna use you. He wanna clean you up. What did he just say? He wants to clean you up. What did he just say? Let me go back. Man, I forgot where it was at. I got so many dang on things up here. All right, I forgot where it's at, but y'all go back a couple minutes ago where I just said where he chose to clean us up. He did. He wanted to clean us up. He wants to clean us up because he wants to consecrate us. Because they know too, if we really find out who we are, if we really know who you are, like a lot of us, we don't know who we are. We're not confident because we've been stripped down since a youngin', been stripped down. Don't be minding this little bang, y'all. We've been stripped down from a very young age. We've been stripped, told that our feelings don't matter, told that we don't matter. So we even believe that we don't matter when really we do. We got everybody that's against us. It's like every man for themselves out here. The black community, it seemed like we in this world alone. And then even with us being in this world alone, it's like we got so much strife against each other when it's like, why are we against each other when everybody already against us? The least thing we could do is come together when we all we got. We all we got. So if we all we got, how are we gonna keep going against each other? We need to be coming together. We are brothers and sisters. We are brothers and sisters. We supposed to be coming together. We didn't let these people tear us apart. Look at the division within our community. It's ridiculous. And it's because they done stripped us down so bad that we don't even know who we are. Us individually don't know who we are, and as a collective, we don't know who we are. We have no identity. The black community has no identity because we want to fit in with all these other nations. More so, we want to be like the white people. We want to be like them so bad because they appear to have it all together. They appear that they have their two-parent households. They have the money, the wealth. They have the houses. They have the cars. They have the better schools. So we feel like they are the blueprint when really they're not. We the blueprint. We the blueprint. Spiritually, we the blueprint because of the God that we serve. We the blueprint spiritually. Yes, we messed up because they have messed us up. It's biblical. God told them. That's why I really gotta be in my book. And I am this week. Like I said, I'm still not all the way settled in, but I moved in, and now I can focus. Like I can truly focus without stressing about finding a place, about trying to get out of homelessness. I ain't homeless no more. God's restoring me. It's restoration season. I ain't homeless no more, so I'm in my books. I've been reading all week, and it's just so much to unpack on top of being a mom. That's another thing. Like me and my daughter, I just had to talk with her because today she felt like, I can just tell when she feel like she's not getting the attention. And I've been so into this. Like I have so much to do. God had me on assignment. And then I was listening to the live earlier. It was so good. You know, I love listening to stuff about God and to see, you know, other people's journey and to see how God is. I want to see, I love that for us. I love to see how he's taking a party girl, a girl who get drunk all the time. He's using India. He didn't took her and converting her, and the fact that he got her on the same journey that I'm on, well, was on and still on, to see what he's doing for so many of us. I'm like, wow. And a lady, one of the prophet, got on her live earlier, and she was just like really preaching, and I was into it. So I'm telling the kids, I'm like, all right, y'all just go to y'all room, just because I'm into this, like, you know. And she was feeling neglected, and you know, she missed her dad too, of course. And because I noticed with her, when I'm not giving her the attention she wants, she ends up on this, oh, I just miss daddy. When any other, and of course I know she misses her dad. Like that's her dad. She misses him. She actually has a relationship with her dad. Like, and I understand. I get it. And she get ready to go with him for the summer in just a couple weeks. And, you know, so I had to talk with her, and I'm like, how are you really feeling? Like, are you really, you know, I know you miss daddy, but only time she does this like sob thing about it, and, you know, and start crying, and be like, I just miss daddy, and start crying. The only time she really does that is when she feel like I'm not giving her enough attention, because she doesn't do it often. And she'll talk to her dad on the FaceTime and stuff. But when I'm telling her, like today, I made her go to her room go play, and I made Ari go watch her stuff. And when I do that, if I'm doing that, that's when she feels in her feelings. So we had a good talk, you know, and I let her know, I just trying to explain to her, like, mommy does give y'all a lot of time. And I know some days I can't give you 100% attention. Like, she kept bringing her doll down here for me to see the outfit she made, and she went and put on her little dress, and she kept coming to see me. But I was so focused into the word and then trying to read my stuff, and all my stuff scattered out over the couch, all my books and stuff. And she wanted to sit right here. I was like, no, don't move my stuff. Like, and she felt the type of way. So I had to talk to her and apologize, but also let her know, like, I'm in assignment, and as much I have to be obedient to God. And what I've learned on this journey is, like, even though I love my kids, when it comes to God, I have to put him first. I have to do what he's telling me to do. So some days I'm not going to be able to be 100% available. I'm not going to be able to cuddle with you. You know, she want to just chill, lay up under me and on the couch and stuff and just chill. And I love to do that, but I can't do it all the time when God has me working. Like, I have to be obedient to my father. And I was just trying to explain that to her, you know. And she ended up saying that she just felt alone today. And, you know, she said, I just feel alone, like, and she was crying and stuff. So I had to, you know, cheer her up or whatever. And I put them to sleep and stuff. But she only do that when she not getting the attention and stuff. And because I'm an empath, I can feel my baby. Like, I can feel it. I already knew what she was when she came down here, you know, and had her little face on and came in, sat next to me. I already knew. I was like, I already know, because I kept telling her, go play, go do this, go do that. You know, a lot of times we try to keep our kids distracted with stuff so that we can work and do stuff. We as parents have so many hats, especially like when you a single parent. And I have a little baby that, you know, she's always on my breast. And at this thing, once I get her off me, I don't be feeling like having my other baby come and being up all on me. And I'm not a clingy person, so I be wanting my space too. But I also be understanding that sometimes I have to put my stuff to the back burner to tend to her, because she do want that closeness. She do need that. So it's like, it's really hard, especially this mission God got me on. It's like, you know, wanting to be 100% available for my daughter, it'd be just like hard sometimes, you know. But I give them the attention on most days. Like, so I be telling her, I'm like, every day, mommy can't sit up and cuddle all day. I can't color and draw with you every day. I can't do that every day, but I do it. I do it more than I receive. That's what I'm telling her. I'm like, girl, you get so much of me. I ain't get this much from my own mama. Like, well, I was home alone all the time, like, by myself all the time. So I didn't even get as much as you get, but it still don't take away from how she's feeling just because I didn't get it. So, you know, that was this little situation. I'm betting y'all. You know, it's just hard. And I just try to explain to her, you know, I know you miss daddy too. Like, I know, I get it, you know. I mean, I get it to a degree, because, I mean, I didn't have a dad to miss like that, like, you know, but you do, and you do miss him, and it's hard. Just normally, if one parent's busy, you can go to the other parent. And I just try to explain to her, like, it's unfortunate that daddy can't be in the house with us, but you get ready to go with him soon, and you gonna get your time with him. Like, you gonna get your little break away from Ari, and you got your parent that you can have all to yourself. But y'all know how these kids is when they have to share a parent with other siblings, and then one sibling need more attention than the other one. You know, so it's a lot. But I'm letting her know I'm trying. Look, I'm trying, but I also gotta be obedient to my father. So sometimes, baby, you gonna have to just chill, cause I gotta be obedient to God. And sometimes it's just what it is. But that's why it's important. Just talk to your kids, because, you know, and just let them know you feel their frustrations. Like, because I could feel it. I knew something. I knew. And she only do that whole, oh, I just miss daddy stuff. She only do that when she feel like I'm not giving her enough attention. That's why, you know, she went upstairs and called him, I guess. You know, y'all know how kids do. Even when you in the same household with you know, with the other parent, and they'll try to go snitch on you, or they'll try to run to the other parent and be like, oh, well, mommy's doing this, or mommy yelled at me, or daddy did this. So that's what she went to go do. She went to go call him, and you know, all of that and all that. But I'm like, you can already go be with him in a couple weeks. You got 3 weeks, and you'll be right down there with him for the summer. So it's gonna be all right. I was just talking about you. Yes, we have to return to the covenant and unite as God's people. I was just talking about you on here. Yes, I'm reading my stuff because I got to get back on doing these videos about this stuff. Like, I'm situated now, I'm moved now, so now I can really focus on this. But I was just watching your shorts earlier. You got to keep on. You really got to keep on preaching that stuff to the people. Like, God need us. Like, not many people is awoken to who we really are, and God need us to. Here she go waking up. That baby always act like I cannot. She want me to be laying right next to her for her to stay asleep. But I was literally just talking about you because I was watching your shorts earlier. Yes, me too. Me too. I'm humbled too. But yes, God need us to tell the people who we are because we lost. We don't know who we are. So he need us to show up. So keep doing what you doing. I see you, bruh. I definitely see you. It's funny. I was literally just talking about you. We are the chosen people. We are God's chosen people. We are the descendants of the Israelites. We are the descendants of Jacob. We are the people in the book. We the people of the book. These people in this book, we the people. We are these people in this book. We are these people in the book. That's why I just keep saying to him, Dwayne, if you see Dwayne on here, go follow him, go subscribe to his channel because he be talking about it. Like, we really got to go in depth to this thing because people they don't know who we are. But as you read this stuff, like, this is our life. Like, I mean, and I know for a fact I'm living. I mean, I'm on the missions like these people. God really have sent me away to a strange land like he did Abraham, like he did all of these people. Like, I'm living this. A lot of us are living this. We have all lived this. Our ancestors have lived this because they were the ones in slavery. God freed them. God is the one that brought so much wrath onto America for them to free us from slavery. All this, they scattered us all over. This is why you have us all in these different parts. Some of us in Jamaica, some of us we in all different parts. They have scattered us. And the Book of Mormon, I got so much to read, y'all. I got so much to read. But this, Nephi, the book of Nephi really talks about us getting shipped off to the Americas, all of this stuff. So I'm really, yeah. Yes, we in the world, but we cannot be of the world. And it's such a beautiful feeling to just know that God is with us and he'll never leave nor forsake us. And even when we messing up, he's still with us and he know what he's doing for us. It's all a part of the plan. Just like he knew. He said from the beginning, even in the book of Enoch, he knew from the beginning of time that we were going to go astray. He knew it. This is why he's allowed us to go into bondage, to teach us stuff. Then we got out of slavery. We still got to worship other gods. We was thankful and grateful at first, and then we get to still go on straying away doing stuff that we ain't supposed to. We not following his commands. And this is why this apocalypse is about to happen. Y'all gonna see. And this is why he's converting so many of us back. He's trying to get us on track so that we can be saved when this thing comes. He's trying to. This is why so many people is awakening. I'm starting to see so many people trying to get closer to God. Let me click this and see. Yeah, because God don't want you out in the world. We live in it, of course we in it, but he don't want us to be of it. He don't want us to be worshiping these other gods. What he say? What is number one commandment? What was it? Is it number one? Put no other gods before him. Let me see. And I was just in Deuteronomy too. Yes, Deuteronomy 30 speaks volumes to the actual descendants of those enslaved. See, I'm about to read that because while these kids asleep, while I got some quiet time, I'm getting ready, like I said, I'm moved now, so I'm about to be in my books reading heavy. I, I got the Bible up here. I got the Book of Mormon up here. I got the big Apocrypha up here. I'm trying to really dive deep into all of this because they done took so much. Look how little this little Bible is. This Bible really is little. It's so much meat that they done took out of this thing. They done took a lot. Not you be wanting some hoes. You don't want them jazzies. I promise you they're gonna bring you nothing but trouble. You do not want them jazzies. You need to find you a wife. Find you a good, what they say, a Proverb 31 woman. You don't want these jazzies. You do not want them. They gonna, you see what happened to Samson. You get with the wrong girl, she gonna bring you down. She gonna find out your weak spot and she gonna take full advantage of you. You see what happened to Samson when he found out that Delilah found out his strength. You don't want to get with the wrong girl, and that's another thing with y'all men. Stop chasing after what look good. These fix a flat injected girls with these bad spirits, but you just looking at their body, you see that ass fat, and you see and you lust and see how good it's gonna feel to let that off in her, cause how the booty gonna be looking when it's thrown back, all that, man, delete all that. That's tricks of the enemy. That's tricks of the enemy. We see it's biblical how going after the what look good, where it's gonna get you. How she set them up. Do y'all see how she set you up? Yeah, you young. Oh yeah, you 22, you young. But, and them, just trust me. You don't even want to have to go through the heaven. You, who knows you? I don't know. You probably already been through a lot. These girls, I love my women. I love the men too. I got a love-hate relationship with men, I ain't gonna lie. But I love the people, but all of us as women, we ain't all wrapped too tight. Everybody act like women is so innocent. We're not innocent. I don't even think I posted that video. I just did a video about that the other day, but I ain't posted yet. We ain't innocent. A lot of women is not innocent. We just as bad as the men. They be coming at me, but they be bad. Yeah, they might want your little self. They hot and ready. They some Jezebels though. Jezebels you gonna get one pregnant and she gonna take you for everything you dang on got. So you gotta be real careful with these girls that you out here choosing and lusting over. Everything that look good ain't good for your soul. She might be a good time. It's a lot of good times, but they good for a short time, not a long time. Yeah, women are cold too. You know, a lot of us. I need to go get my charger. My phone about to die. But it's not. I know how it is. Heart pure, but we all got our shit with us, especially when you got certain traumatic backgrounds and stuff. So don't fall for these. Don't do it. You get with the wrong girl, she be to set your ass up. Y'all see how they be setting them up? Like, women been setting men up since the beginning of time. You know how many dudes I could have got set up for real if I was really that shady? Like, because men, y'all be so green because y'all see booty. Like, y'all be so, oh, booty, booty. Oh, how is it gonna feel to get up in that? And then y'all be putting yourself in harm's way. And these girls, it's some witches out here. It's some really wicked women out here. Shit, a lot of us was raised by some wicked women. Let's be clear. This is why men have they hateful thing that they feel towards women. This is why we feel the ways we feel towards men. It's just a lot of that. But we are not innocent by far. We are not innocent at all. So be careful. Be very careful who you choosing. Especially, don't be letting off in these girls. You got kids? Don't have no kids with these girls. You better find you a woman that has her, yeah. It's best to stay to yourself. Ain't nothing out here. Like, find you one that's sharp in the head, that she's not worldly. Like, you gotta find people that's equally yoked with you, that's in alignment with you, or else they'll pull you off your narrow path. They'll bring you down. I see it all the time. I don't know, I ain't even gonna speak on them, but be careful. Yeah. Oh, you want to get married? Yes, you should want to get married. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we have to have true discernment. Especially when you have, if you giving your life back to God and you on your narrow path, you gotta be very selective about your partners that you're choosing. You gotta be very selective. Very selective. These people are, man, I'm telling you, and as a woman myself, I don't even deal with women like that. Like, like I said, I have love for the ladies, but I'm scared to get close to some of them my dang on self. Shoot. I'm scared to get close to a lot of people. I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I stay to myself. Like, it's safer just being to yourself, and letting God just lead you. He'll lead you to the right person. Oh, yes. But you gotta realize everybody, one thing I had to learn, you can't make people be ready for what you ready for when you're ready for it. Like, you could try to save her, but you can't save a girl who don't want to be saved. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. She gotta be ready for that. Like, I noticed that too a lot of times with guys. That's where, y'all try to control a woman, try to tell her this, try to tell her. But if you're not ready for it, even with my own baby dad, like, a lot of the things that he was telling me, I wasn't ready for. It took for me to go on this journey. God told me move to Texas, leave everything behind. It took for everything to happen for me to realize some of the stuff he was saying was true. Like the things he used to tell me, take my tongue ring out. I'm like, nigga, I'm not taking my tongue ring out. I'm not doing this. You're not about to control me. You're not this. Until we're ready to receive that, like, we're just looking at you like you just want to control me. And a lot of us, we don't want to be controlled. We don't want that. We want to be free, So you have to be ready, like, and you can't force people to be ready for what you're ready for. You just gotta give them their space. Let God get to them. Let them deal with them. And when the time is right, if it's meant for y'all to come back together, y'all come together. But trust me, what's meant for you gonna always be for you. Do not be trying to trying to save these girls, because you're going to lose yourself in the process. You're going to be pulling a dead weight, and that dead weight going to be pulling you down. You trying to pull her up, or you trying to pull him up, and they're going to be pulling you right on down. So don't even do it, because so many men are doing it, and they see where that's getting them. So even with marriage, you got to make sure if you marry a woman, really, really just ask for discernment. For one, you got to really pray every day for discernment from God so that he can lead you to who really for you, because the wrong one will set you back 10 years. Will set you back 10 years if you let him, like, for real. Yeah, you don't judge them. You just see them, because everybody go through a process. Everybody go through a process. Like, you can't judge people because you don't know what caused them to be the way they are. Most of us are the way we are because of childhood, or past relationships where we've been done wrong. So now we go into the next situation and we like, nah, I'm not having it with you. Or I'm going to get you before you can get me. We go in with the wrong intentions. Right. Oh, poo. Yeah, and men get their heart broke all the time, but y'all just, act hard up and stuff. But at the end of the day, y'all have feelings too. Y'all gotta be more vulnerable and I know it's hard to do though, because as soon as y'all make us mad, we ready to throw it in your face and stuff. So we have a lot. That's why I said, like, I got this other video coming out where I was talking about this. It's like a little long, but we both have work to do, the man and the woman. Like, we both have, especially in our community, like we both have work to do. The enemy been trying to keep us divided for so long. To see on social media the gender wars, like they literally have been trying to keep us apart, because they know the black man is super powerful, the black woman super powerful. If we really was together, do you know we is a force to be reckoned with? They can't take that. They can't take that. This is why the enemy tries so hard to keep us separated. Try so hard. And the agenda has been working. We got to stop letting it work, because we got to come together. They don't want, if we come together, bruh, that's why I really want to hold like a secret town hall meeting with all the black people come. So we got to do better. We got to, like, it's literally, it's biblical that we need to come together for the greater good. Like, we need to get our inheritance, to get what's owed to us, to flourish like we supposed to. We need to come together. And they try to keep us divided with all of this stuff. They purposely try to bring our men down. Y'all are the leaders. So it's like if the men not confident, it's going to play off into the women. Like, what? Hold on, let me click this. Yeah. That's all it is. Especially, with social media. That's what they be tricking us out our spot, keeping us distracted with all this BS. Like, look how now they distracting, or everybody gotta get this certain body now. Everybody chasing a dollar, we chasing money, we value on everything that really don't matter, and it's causing us to drift further apart away from each other. Like, because now once the girls get their body done, they feel like, oh, I ain't talking to you unless you making this amount of money because I got this new body and this new body deserves a rich man. Like, so it's just a lot that, yeah, everybody know. We already see. That's why it's only 144,000 that's chosen in this book of Revelations. Because majority is stuck in their ways. People so stuck in their ways, and it's hard. Like I said, I got a couple videos that I got to post about that. It's hard. It's not easy to change. Like, it's really not. So I salute anybody who's going through their growth process and you've been able to repent and change your ways, because it's not easy. Even for me, like some of the stuff, like, it's not easy to get out of your bad habits, and like, it's not. It's really a challenge. But God reward those who consistently try. Yeah, can two walk together unless they agree, period. Yeah, we got to be equally yoked for it to work and for it to last. Like, we have to be equally yoked. But we be trying to force stuff with people that are not in alignment with us at all. And then we wonder why we just keep on butting heads. It's like beating a dead horse. He said, no, I'm high. Well, get high for me too. It's like, no, let me stop. But even with that, like, I got mixed emotions about that, because I did a video a while ago about that, because truthfully, it's me being high like that. When I used to be smoking like that, that's what I used to start really thinking more. It used to, really, for me, we used to make me really just like think, like, take me to a different dimension. I feel like, honestly, that's how I kind of got closer to God. But I gotta really do more digging it up with God to really see how He really feel about that. I know the religious folk and the Bible say the religious folks say one thing. I know they say one thing, but they let us have everything else. I just be feeling like if weed was really so bad, they would have been letting us have it. Like, they let us have liquor, they let us have cigarettes, they let us have all these bad things. If it was so bad, it would have been legal. They want us to have the bad stuff. Look how they do our food. They put all this bad stuff in our food. Like, they let us have the bad stuff. So if it was really so bad, they wouldn't have so many restrictions on it. Truthfully, it's when you get, because when you get high, you go to another level, you go to another dimension, you be like, when I would be off that strong. And that, me too. That's what I literally, like, because it's like you go to another dimension. And you know how, like, if you're in a session with somebody, and then, you just get to thinking and talking, you be like, they be like, man, you tripping, you just high, like, really. But no, it's like you connecting to another realm. It's like you going outside your body, you tapping into the spiritual realm. Like, that's why I just think maybe some of the things that maybe they doing to the weed might make it bad, but it's a herb, it grows out the ground. Like, what are you saying? Like, I mean, even they give that to patients now. Like, they give it to them for seizures, for all type of stuff. They give them the herb. So it's like, and you don't see people getting high, and then they go drive and crash up the place. But no, you give them that liquor. That's what I'm saying. The liquor is, what did God say in this Bible about all the drunkenness? Like, and what is America full of drunkenness? So if we can have that, why we can't have that? Like, I don't know, I gotta keep on. I gotta keep on asking God, get some clarity on that. But he, yeah, cause I used to love that weed. I still be wanting to smoke though sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie. They fucking with it hard and it don't. Yeah, and a lot of people saying that. And even before I moved to Texas, cause you know I was smoking a whole lot before I moved to Texas. I was smoking still when I got on my journey, but before I came here, and it definitely changed. Like it don't even hit. Wouldn't hit the same. That is because they doing a lot of BS to it. It's 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 just they they messing with everything. And it was something I was reading. Like it was something I was reading. Because I think it was like something with the Mexicans and us. Like we used to back in the day. Like they've done this stuff to. But shit, I'm out. Well, you gonna sleep good tonight, that's for sure. But yeah, at first it was something I was reading. Like we used to do it back then, and they tried to take it away or something. Like I forgot what it was, but it's some real tea to this weed stuff. And trust me, if it was really so bad, they would actually let us have it. They want us to have that stuff. Oh, I love you too. Oh, yes. If it was really bad for real, like they say it is, they would let us have it. I mean, down here in Texas, they do have the shops up. Like, I mean, they got a dispensary everywhere up here. Um, but I think it's now because they can make money off of it and stuff. I don't know. It's just so much. This world, it's a bunch of BS that be going on for real. A bunch of BS. We heard the chills. I knew I was on the right frequency here. Period. You in a big city in Texas. Yeah, it's big as hell here. I'm in Dallas now. I was in Houston at first, but God moved me to Dallas. They just passed the gold and silver standard. And it's a lot of money. Like Texas, he moving a lot of people to Texas. Like everybody that I meet here, nobody is really from here. Everybody has moved from other places to here. Like, and that's what's interesting. I think it's something like I'm really trying to dive so deep and get deep in this Bible and really connect the pieces because I'm just trying to figure out the placements. Like every location, these locations, they give a lot of information in the Bible, and I'm just trying to piece together the locations. But I know America is the promised land. I feel like America as a whole was the promised land. Why do you think everybody want to come over here? Like, it's something about this soil over here. Like, yeah, a lot of people are moving there. Yeah, I've been meeting people. Main people I met people from mostly Memphis. I met a lot of people from like Memphis. A lot of people from DC and Maryland, like me. Chicago, like everybody, or from like New Orleans. Everybody is moving here, but that's because God is doing something. Remember, I'm one of the clues for something. Yes, period. Good night. Have a great night. Yes, I'm definitely gonna remember you. God got great things for all of us, especially if you working in your purpose, you're gonna be an activist. Look, that's how I am. I feel like that too. We probably all gonna be on the same. We gonna be working together because God need people like us who not afraid to speak up, who bold, audacious. Like He need us because these people out here is lost, and He need a shepherd over these lost sheep. Yes, y'all. Good night. I'm Gray. My phone get ready to die, so I'ma chat it up with y'all later. But it's so funny you got on here the way because I was just talking about you early in the live. I'm gonna probably save it. You gonna hear me talking about you. Like it's the awakening for real, for sure. The awakening, and I see this. The fact that so many people starting to talk. That's why it make me happy when I do see people talking about this stuff now. You know, like it's not so taboo, and everybody is really it's beautiful, and that's because what's coming. this ain't nothing but the works of God. How everybody, like, it's a shift that's going on right now. Like, he's really calling people. He's trying to get people on track before he come back and demolish this country, because this is the modern day Babylon, and he's sick of what's going on in this country. This country, its leaders, these leaders here, they working with they the enemy. They are the enemy. These leaders. And the fact that when I read certain parts of the Bible, I'm like, if this ain't what we got going on right here, like, they know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. Can I surely share on one more sister be on that energy? Yeah. They gotta really, it's hard though. They gotta really want to do this work, man. It's hard. It is not easy by far. But it's definitely rewarding. Like, the peace you get, the internal peace you get when you just surrender to God and really just walk in his ways that he want for you, more than what you want for you. Like, because he called you here. He know what he called you here to do. And it's just, the peace I have in my life right now is just amazing. The internal peace. And I owe it to nobody but God. For real. This ain't me. I ain't even never used to hear me talking about God. That's what my own mama was like. They hate that I be talking about God. Like, you talk about God. How you talk about God? Like, that's how you know this ain't me. Like, this is nothing but God using me. Because if it was up to me, I would still be on my old shit. Like, I ain't perfect by far, but to see the people that really be offended by the fact that I'm like spiritual now, that I'm like a believer, and that I'm following God, and that I talk about God so much, they be so offended by that. It's sad, and that's how you know. But that's how you know you're doing something right, and they know what's up for real. They know what's up. But a lot of time it be them same people that try to deter you from doing good in life. They try to hold you down for so long, and they be mad that you overcame a lot of stuff and that you continue to overcome a lot of stuff. That's why you can't stop. You cannot give in to the tricks of the enemy. Do not let them trick you out your spot. I don't care what they say. That's why, I mean, it's like, if you're gonna make me feel like I gotta choose God or choose you, or I can't talk about God around you, or I can't really talk about, my journey around you, I don't want to be around you, because this is my new life. This is who I am now. Like, this is what I love. This is every day. This is included in me every day. I do this every day. I talk about God every day, all day. Like, so it's like, if I can't do that around you, I don't want to be around you. So sorry. Like, I don't want to be around nobody and I gotta be timid and act like, I'm still of that old stuff, and only time I can talk to you is the gossip about stuff that I don't care about. I don't want to only gossip. I don't want to talk about that stuff. I don't care about the reality shows. It's like, if I can only talk to you about drama and talking trash, I don't want to do that. Like, man, of course, sometimes I might talk my little ish or whatever, but okay, can we talk about some other stuff? Like, I ain't gonna act like I just be wanting to it's all everything I'm talking about is just God, God, God. But you gonna hear me say God several times throughout the day. Like, who is that? Let's see. Yes. Yeah, if your family acting weird towards you because you on a different frequency now, you gotta chuck the deuce to them, right? Or just keep your distance. I ain't here to tell people to cut people off, because I'm the cutoff queen. I cut anybody off. But I ain't here to tell you cut them off, but you gotta distance yourself, because they'll try to trick you out your spot and get you off your path. But Dwayne, for sure, you gotta keep going with your channel, because you know some stuff. And it ain't many men out here talking about this stuff. You definitely gotta keep preaching your stuff, right? Because the word got to get out there. Like, it's not many people that's they not woke to this. And that's what made me feel good. When I seen you in the comments that time, and you was telling me what to go read, I think in like Kings, like, that's what I'm saying. I still haven't even read the whole book of Kings. I got so much I need to read. But I was literally, before I got on this video, because I had seen you do a shorts, and you posted, you was saying something about Deuteronomy 28 through 30 or something like that. So I'm actually about to be reading this stuff. Because I don't even know if I read all of that. Like, I've read some parts, But it's like when I stop reading for weeks at a time, and then I get back on it, it's like I have to start back over and pick up where I left off. So I'm just trying to stay more consistent with it, because we running out of time. We gotta get this word out here. We gotta get this word out here. People got to know. But yeah, y'all, it was definitely good chatting with y'all tonight. Yes, it will point out that. Yup. Yup. Gotta stay down. I'm about to get off here because this phone get ready to die, and I do want to read before I go lay myself down. I ain't even really that tired because I had a nap today, but I'm about to do some reading while these kids sleep. So I'll see y'all later. Peace and blessings. Yes, peace and blessings to you too. Y'all have a good night. Sending y'all nothing but love. Be safe out here. Stay blessed. God got you. Stay 10 toes down, y'all. And y'all have a great night. Deuces.